Hello, everybody. We are going to be participating in a do activity through exploration. So for this assignment, you'll be exploring the history of your hometown. For the research portion, you'll be conducting a field study by taking part in a historical tour to learn about the founders of your city or town. Most places have a historical home that is open to the public. This right here is the Glover House over in Spokane. It was built by James Nettle Glover, who is, as you see, referred to as the father of Spokane. But this is a private residence, so I do not think it is open to the public, something that I do need to find out about. I will use the Kalispell Conrad Mansion because I have been there. It is open to the public over in Kalispell, Montana. So that tour walks you through the founder's lifestyle and tells you about the impact that he made on the area. Is actually quite impressive, and it's definitely a must see if you're ever in the Kalispell area. Now, other sources of information may come from other historical buildings and interviews with the descendants who still live in the area. Now, I mention this because we were considering buying a house over in Montana quite a few years ago, and I had contacted the Historical Society to learn about the history of the house that I was looking at. It was built in the late 1800s, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Well, what I found out was that there was a man who was the descendant of one of the founding families that had, or one of the families that had founded the area. And he was still working, and he had his shop, and I was given his name and number so that I can contact him. And he told me about the house because the Historical Society knew nothing about it. What I found out was the house was built before the town was even there, and it was built for the soldiers who were coming back from fighting in the Civil War. And they lived there. It was about 20 miles from anywhere else, like 20 miles to civilization. And it was a place that they could all be on their own, really. So to complete the assignment, we're going to be creating a tour using Screencast-O-Matic, which you go over here, create your account, put in your email address, and create a password, download, install, and then you're going to start recording. And you may be able to use this on your cell phones or tablets so that you can take it with you and record as you go and create your own historical tour and tell us about the history and what you've found out in your research. Let's see. What you're going to tell us is who founded the town and when. Was it a single family or was it a multi-family party? For instance, Seattle was founded by the Denny Party that was made up of 5 families in 1851. Spokane was founded by a single family in 1873 by the names of, as you've seen earlier, James Nettle Glover. Now, if you cannot do the physical tour or create a physical tour, you can create a diorama using any one of these tools. So these are, I went ahead and checked on Tinkercad, which seemed to be the easiest one, but you can go ahead and go through and use the one that you feel most comfortable with. And it shows you right here some of the things that have been created. So you can, now obviously your city will not look like this, but you can create a city, and then you can walk us through the tour and show us the buildings, or you can go ahead and create a historical building. Like if you go over here, you can recreate the Patsy Clark Mansion, for example, and tell us about the history of this particular area and how it ties into the rest of the community. This was built in 1897, and as it mentions, the town was founded in 1873, so it's really not that long afterwards that this right here was created, and I'm betting that it took a long time to build. So the purpose of this assignment is to learn about the origin of our town and city and share it with the rest of the class to gain a deeper understanding of our homes and those who live here, because most people do not know anything about the history of where they live. And so this will be a fun way to get to know your area that you live in. And I really look forward to seeing everybody's feedback and what they come up with. Thank you, and good luck.